And the card continues as we have our Raw Women's Championship match next, as Paige goes one-on-one with Charlotte Flair. Now, we haven't really paid too much attention on the build-up to this match, but we do know that Paige was able to get the victory over Alicia Fox a couple of weeks ago on Raw. That's why she is the #1 contender for the Raw Women's Championship. And as we know, Becky Lynch, the SmackDown Women's Champion, will be defending her championship in 2 weeks on SmackDown Live. The SmackDown Live right before the NXT TakeOver pay-per-view. That is the next pay-per-view we're going to be giving you guys, is NXT TakeOver. As we're going to find out who will be facing Samoa Joe for the NXT Championship. We have the NXT Tag Team titles on the line. We have the Cruiserweight Championship on the line. That's going to be one hell of a pay-per-view in itself. But here comes Paige. Paige is the diva that's been getting so much momentum on the Raw Women's card. She's just having victory after victory, and it just makes sense that she is the one who's going to be challenging Charlotte Flair for this Raw Women's Championship. So Charlotte has been champion for a little while, but she knows that she cannot take Paige lightly, because just when you take Paige lightly is when she will just come out of nowhere with that rampage and shut your game down. And here comes Charlotte. Charlotte looking as good as ever with that title around her waist. And she has been very impressive on Raw as well, just getting so many victories and earning herself a lot of momentum going into this match. So Charlotte, this is probably one of her toughest challenges to date. And Paige is a former Divas champion in her own right. So hopefully Charlotte can fend off Paige. And I mean, Charlotte knows how to win these big matches. So I definitely doubt that Charlotte will slip up, but you never know, because like I said, all you need to do is give Paige one chance. She'll come out with that rampage and end the whole entire match. So now here you have it. The Raw Women's Championship is on the line. So what is going to happen when Charlotte meets Paige at Extreme Rules? It's the referee picking up the gold, and here we go. We're about to commence our second match on the Extreme Rules card. Great start already. Dean Ambrose versus Chris Jericho in a Falls Count Anywhere match. And now we have our Raw Women's Championship on the line as Charlotte starts in the collar elbow tie-up. Paige now with a headlock and into collar elbow tie-up of her own. So Paige and Charlotte with a little bit of a test of strength in the beginning of this match. And now Charlotte with the headlock on Paige, trying to slow down the England-born superstars. Momentum in this match is right now Charlotte running over Paige, and now Paige leapfrogging over Charlotte. Nice shoulder tackle by Charlotte. Competitive start to this match. Charlotte Irish whipping Paige to the ropes and going for that big boot already, but Paige was able to scout that out and move out of the way. Neck breaker there by Charlotte on Paige. This is going to be some bad news for Paige, but Paige able to avoid that and takes her down with the head scissors. So now Paige has her locked in an STF looking submission right now. Charlotte may be in a world of trouble. Charlotte's title is on the line, but rolls Paige right over. This match could go either way. Both superstars starting off the gate with some pretty effective maneuvers, as Charlotte now with the Russian leg sweep. So now Paige has Charlotte where she wants them, followed by the headbutt. That right there is the brutality of Paige. Can Paige pull the victory? That's the question. Charlotte has had so much momentum going into this match. Paige as well, but Charlotte is the natural-born women's champion in her right. She feels that she is just born to be champion. So Can Charlotte shut down Paige? Well, Paige right now just has Charlotte in that headlock, twisting that neck. That's not going to be good. Dropping down the elbow on Charlotte's chest, and there goes a cover by Paige and a kick out by Charlotte. So as we said, we haven't really paid too much attention to the women's roster on Raw or SmackDown. So I want to apologize for that. But it's just that it's kind of hard to do double events every single time, and I mean, it's really hard to have a women's main event if it's not for the championship, because of it's just interest purposes. I mean, like, would you want to see Charlotte versus Paige in a non-title match in the main event of Raw? I mean, not a lot of people would want to see that. So I'm gonna do my best to have some double features with women's matches that actually will make an impact on the championship, so that way you guys know what's going on in the women's division, because I don't want to seem like I'm discriminating against the women, because I'm really not. I like the women's action going on, but there's just so much going on the high card, and with the championships, it's just hard to fit everything in. I'm kind of gonna have to probably do what I'm doing on SmackDown, maybe some double events, maybe some title defenses on the shows, just to make it a little bit more interesting for the women. So there goes a face plant by Charlotte, taking Paige down, and this may spell the end. Paige may be in some serious trouble. A stomp right there to the back of the knee of Paige. And this is what makes Charlotte so dangerous. She just knows how to dissect an opponent's anatomy in and out. And she really knows how to hurt you. She could land that figure eight at any time that comes out of nowhere. She could also hit that natural selection out of nowhere. So Charlotte has a lot of moves you have to be careful with. But Paige with the Paige turner may upset Charlotte right now. We may have a new Raw Women's Champion in Charlotte with the shoulder up at 2 3/4. The referee's hand was going down for 3, and Paige had to believe she had this match. Very close call. We saw a little bit of that close encounter in the Dolph Ziggler and Baron Corbin match, but Baron Corbin was able to shut down Ziggler, and now Paige, rampage on Charlotte. This may be it. Charlotte is not moving. She was able to kick out of the Paige turner before, but Paige may be able to push Charlotte away in fast fashion, but no. Kick out by Charlotte. Charlotte not going to give up just yet. Charlotte kicking out faster from the rampage than she did with that Paige turner, but there goes a spear by the Queen, taking down Paige, just cutting her abdomen in half. Paige may be in trouble, and Paige kicks out. Late 2 count by Paige. And Charlotte almost crushing Paige's dreams of becoming the women's champion on Raw right now. But now, Charlotte stalking Paige. What's going to happen now? And Charlotte looked like she was going for that natural selection, but Paige shutting that down. Clothesline by the English-born superstar. And now, Paige turner again! She may have it here. Second Paige turner. I don't think Charlotte could kick out of 2 of those. Charlotte's in trouble, but Charlotte does kick out, to our amazement. Wow, what a brutal match between these two superstars. They're just taking it all to each other for the Raw Women's Championship. Paige now trying to get this crowd behind her. Paige now looking to hit the second rampage. I don't know if Charlotte could kick out of that, but no. Charlotte able to counter. Chop to the chest of Paige. Paige has come so close to ending Charlotte's title reign many times in this match. Is now speared by Charlotte, cutting Paige in half again. There goes the wind of Paige. That's definitely not going to do so well for her breathing. But a jawbreaker by Paige. She's still in it. She's not giving up just yet. Attempted scoop slam by Paige and a clubbing blow to the back of the head. And now, oh no, Charlotte kick to the gut. You know what's coming next. Natural selection. I think we're going to have a Charlotte Flair successful defense here at Extreme Rules. Paige has not moved since getting hit by that. And Charlotte will retain the Raw Women's Championship. Very competitive battle between the two. You have to throw your hat off to Paige, though. She was on fire in this match. She was able to hit that rampage earlier on in this match, and I thought that was it. Charlotte was looking at the lights, and there right there was that spear that took Paige off of her game. Ever since that first spear, Paige was having a hard time catching her breath. So, what does this spell for Paige? Charlotte with a successful title defense. A lot of people thought that maybe Paige was going to end her tonight. That spear right there taking Paige off of her feet, followed by the natural selection, which put her to rest. So Charlotte Flair is still your Raw Women's Champion on at Extreme Rules. So who's going to step up next to challenge the Queen for the Raw Women's Championship? We will find out on maybe the next episode of Raw.